I knew they were Kalenjin youth because they started coming in a small group. Then after maybe around after maybe to half an hour, they started shouting, "Ooh!" So those people who were on the other side from where I was. So it is this "ooh" shouting they could that brought whenever this shouted, the other small group shouted from the other side. So
He watched as the group that was to wreak havoc hours later assembled.
as we were here at this location 8, I remember the attackers from location 2. Now they had multiplied to, they were very lot. They were, I can guess them to be 800 or around 1,000 because they were all on these high ground areas. Whenever you could look up at them, you could only see only youth, Kalenjin youth, some with bows, some shouting. I remember they were shouting, calling non-Kikuyus to join them.
Afraid, they stayed on, watching as the warriors launched an arson attack.
When they started burning, did you see them burning the houses from where you were? From where you were?
Yes, where we were, we could see them the way they were coming, and we could see them burning those houses because they carried some irrigant and they had a stick and they folded a cloth on this stick. So when they threw the petrol in the house, they could light that cloth and then throw that cloth on fire. I think they were also putting petrol in that cloth.
At this point, a police Land Cruiser drove to the place with regular police on board, shooting in the air to disperse the attackers. The witness says they shot one attacker.
As they did that, another group of Kalenjin dropped. No, they came in a full force without fear. So they started burning on location 8, and we were afraid. We decided to take cover.
For a moment, they found refuge at a Luya woman's farm.
They had surrounded all that area and they were moving. There was a gate in this plot and they were moving along that road.
Did you eventually leave the Luya woman's farm?
Yes, we left. We eventually left when the youth had passed, so we could not follow the road. So we decided to jump fence to the next plot because the plots were 50 by 100, measuring 50 by 100. So we started jumping from this plot to another plot. And as we were going to jump to another plot, I saw the gate of that woman written in a very big number. The other side was written ODM, and the other side was written 41.
The coded label representing the slogan 41 tribes against one.
At that very moment, I had no idea about it. But as I moved on towards, as I was running, it's when I came seeing so many plots that belonged to non-Kikuyus. They had this label, ODM 41. So later I came to understand that it meant ODM was supported by 41 tribes against one tribe, so it's Kikuyu.
How do you know that only the houses of non-Kikuyu had this sign?
Because as we were in this house, And as we were moving on, those houses or those plots that did not have that label, ODM 41, could see them burning. They were set on fire.
He says he watched the attackers move around in lorries.
Did you know who these lorries belonged to?
I could not tell, but later when things came to cool, I came to know that they belonged to a businessman, loaded businessman called Jackson Kibor.
The defense lawyers are expected to start cross-examining the witness tomorrow when the prosecution lawyer concludes his examination in chief during the morning session. Sylvia Chebet, Citizen Live at 9.